During one of the conferences I was privileged to organize for this association in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, 3 years ago, while others are busy sleeping, some salivating, some snoring, I connected my spiritual antenna to the sourceless source of all sources to download relevant information we need for the season we have. Because the subject of corruption, fraud, abuse is affecting all. And that particular night, for the first time, I had what I'm about sharing with us now. I had the magical mindset. That was the first time I heard about magical mindset. I started researching on it, and what I'm sharing with us within the next few minutes, doing the unimaginable other than fraud, the magical mindset. It is unimaginable that a woman looted up to $20 billion US. We saw that yesterday. It is unimaginable that over 2.6 billion has been recovered so far from the lootings of a single individual. It is unimaginable that an individual diverted $2.1 billion meant for acquisition of ammunition. It is unimaginable that one person embezzled the pension fund of more than 100 billion naira. It is unimaginable that an individual laundered money amounting to 40 billion naira from the Nigerian Customs Service coffer. The list is endless. It is unimaginable that a total of 1.3 trillion public funds were reportedly laundered within 4 years. The question now is, how do we go about doing the unimaginable to be wealthy other than doing it fraudulently? The magical mindset. Magical means extraordinary, remarkable, exceptional, outstanding, incredible. And mindset is processes, thought processes, way of thinking, frame of mind, tone of mind, mentality. Every one of us is born with the gift of the magical mindset. The ability to imagine and create from thought to achievement. That is to have a mental picture of a desired future. You first form it in your mind, you have that picture, and you begin to take conscious steps to make it come to pass. So the mind is the battlefield where most battles of life are either won or lost. If you lose it first in your mind, it is more than likely that you will lose it in real life. But if you win in your mind first, it's also likely that you will win it in real life. Capacity of human mind. The human brain's memory capacity in the average adult can store trillions of bytes of information. As a matter of fact, from research, we are made to understand that even the people we look at genius are still operating below 0.08% of their human capacity, that is the capacity of their brain. And this Stanford study, it was reported that cerebral cortex alone has 125 trillion synapses. That is the capacity of the brain. Putting our minds to work. While watching a TV program recently, I saw in an office a man sat, paper and Bible on his table, his two legs on the table and his head raised up. And as I was about asking the question, what is the meaning of what they are showing us? The commentary came that he's being paid for what he's doing. He's being paid to think for the organization. Opportunities open to professionals other than fraud. We don't have to loot the organization. We don't have to loot the nation dry. One, skills acquisition. So professionalism and skills acquisition is a must for those who want to fit into the future. And we put it this way, the future you don't prepare for, when that future eventually arrives, you will not fit in there. You can't use 19th century solution to solve 21st century problems. Somebody put it this way, until you update, you will be outdated. The world is a global village, and we must follow the global trend to be global citizens. I share this humble experience while in the United States. Last month, I never applied for this job. Google, then later, Microsoft Office sent me an offer that we have seen your CV online. You qualify for this particular managerial position. The location of the work is Dubai. They were not asking you to come and stay in Dubai. We want you to work from anywhere you find yourself. Tesla, Apple, Google, Netflix, and some multinational announced that effective from last year, university degree will not be required for hiring. The question is, are we prepared? Have we gathered the required skills that will make us relevant other than those certifications? Another opportunity open to us is consulting. When you acquire the skills, of course, you can only give what you have. You can go into consultancy. I said to people about to retire, you are retired but not tired. That's why we organize an empowerment program, so that even at retirement, if you cannot do the work yourself, begin to dish out the directives to those who will do the work. We have forensic, we heard about that yesterday. That's another opportunity open to us. Education. The millions some of us have, we can invest in education. Say the basic difference between success and failure, peace and crisis, poverty and prosperity is knowledge. When people suffer from what I call knowledge and education deficiency syndrome, we cannot escape deformation. Electronic auditing, that's another area. Professionals can invest, get the required skills. System accounting, that is another area. I met some Nigerians also in the US recently. One of them went for an interview. After that interview, they gave her a list of accounting software and they asked her to mark about 15 of them. They asked her to identify how many of these software she can work with. That was the requirement for our employment. Assurance services, another opportunity. Tax practice and advisory services. System analysis. Networking. We have to network. Your network affects your net worth. Seated next to you this morning is a golden fish that may be likely carrying the golden coin that you need to get to the next level. No nation is an island of itself. Who you follow affects what follows you. The company you keep affects your accomplishment. So networking, very, very important. Online cloud accounting. That's another opportunity for us to explore as an artificial intelligence that is using the brain of the machine, making the machine to think for us. Machine learning, another area we can explore. Robotics, that's another area to be explored. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology because of time. See that triple entry accounting system. We know the one discovered by the Italian Luca Pacioli 1494. It's double entry. You debit, you credit. But because the fraudsters are doing more with technique, and this fraud we are talking about is electronic in nature, there is now the aspect of blockchain introduced to complement the third part of this cryptocurrency. That is the double entry. Data analytics is another area. We have data analytics for accounting. data analytics for research. And when you come to accounting, see, descriptive analytics, that is where your financial statement will tell you the situation of the company. Diagnostic analytics is where you ask questions. Why are we getting this result we are getting as a company, as a nation? Then predictive analytics, if we do not do this, this is what is likely to happen. Then in prescriptive analytics, just like a doctor, this is where we are expected to prescribe curative medicines to stop the ailment in the organization and or to stop the corruption. Then investment, very simply put, making your money work for you. There is no condition that is permanent. Some of us have some millions lying idle in our bank account. Look for lucrative investment opportunity, invest those millions, and you will get return for your good investment. Trading your talents, and I have said here, there is a divine deposit in you, in me. God has not created anyone empty. Something unique about you that makes you you. Discover it, nurture it, and trade it. I said God is not a duplicator. God is a creator. You cannot find anyone anywhere in the world that is exactly like you. Talk the way you talk, reason the way you reason. I say God is not a duplicator, but a creator. Take advantage of your uniqueness. Some people question it, but that is your own main advantage. And see that other side, your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift to God. Yes. What are we doing with our talent? 7 billionaires who leverage on the magical mindset. As at 2021, we have 2,755 of them globally. 7 billionaires who found a way to propel themselves beyond their wildest dreams. Despite all challenges, they still made it. The stories of how they turned adversity into billions are inspiring and motivating. They show that anything is possible with creative thinking, hard work, and maybe a little luck. One of them, Oprah Winfrey, from a poor Mississippi farm, Oprah Winfrey became a legendary talk show host. As of 2021, net worth was estimated at what? $3.5 billion. Not money fraudulently diverted or stolen, but by the use of divine. Larry Ellison dropped out of college twice before finding his true calling at Oracle. See his worth today, as at 2022, worth $88 billion. That's the net worth by the use of his magical mindset. Jan Kong worked as a janitor and collected food stamps before launching WhatsApp. As of June 2022, Jan Kong's net worth estimated to be $12 billion. John Paul Adejola, homeless before he found his niche in hair care, and today we are saying he partnered $700 billion to launch their business, and his net worth as at date is $3 billion, and reported that John Paul Mitchell system generates over $900 million in sales every year. And what is so special about these people? See the story. Imagine living out of your car and selling shampoo and conditioner with hopes of one day making it big. Some of us don't want to start small. We often forget that smallness is the womb of greatness. Those who despise smallness may never taste greatness. Those who feel too big in handling small things may eventually become too small in handling big things. J.K. Rowling was a single mother on welfare while writing Harry Potter, born in the United Kingdom. J.K. Rowling was sitting on a delayed train when she came up with the idea for the Harry Potter book series. How do we take advantage of circumstances that are not even favorable for us? It took her 7 years to finish the first book, and today she credited with him being the first $1 billion author just in book writing. See some of our famous quotes here. Say it is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so consciously that you might as well not have lived at all. In which case you fail by default. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better, the magical mindset. Whatever money you might have, self-worth really lies in finding out what you do best. Many prefer not to exercise their imaginations at all. They choose to remain comfortably with the bounds of their own experience, never troubling to wonder how it will feel to have been born other than they have. Let me skip some because of my time. Say the world is full of wonderful things you haven't seen yet. Don't ever give up on the chance of seeing them. After all, say eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has he entered into the heart of any man what God has in store for those who love him. So there are still many things yet to be discovered. The sixth person, though one child, worked 3 jobs and 19 hours days before launching Forever 21. She is worth $1.6 billion. Howard sold his blood to pay for college before launching Starbucks. And today, his estimated worth is $4.5 billion. Daily menu for magical mindset. And that daily menu is challenges. The challenges are daily menu. Dr. Ben Carson said, I struggled academically throughout elementary school, yet became the best neurosurgeon in the world in 1987. Bill Gates said, I didn't even complete my university education, but became the world's richest man. Cristiano Ronaldo said, and I quote, I told my father that we would be very rich, but he couldn't believe me. I made it a reality. There are lessons to learn from these people. Messi said, I used to serve tea at the shop to support my football training and still became one of the world's best. I will go straight to conclusion. Bishop David Adebayo started living faith from a long tennis court with 3 members only and preached prosperity. Many of my friends criticize me, but today we have the largest church auditorium in the world. I'm quoting you, will tell you, the greater the mockery, the greater the making. Yes. Let those who mock you for starting small continue their mockery. They are instruments in the hand of God, the true maker, to make you. That is the lesson there. Nelson Mandela, James, Aliko Dangote said, I worked with my uncle since I was a small boy. People look down on me. I later took a loan from my uncle to open a tiny shop. While going through the biography of him this morning, he borrowed 500,000 from his uncle. That's the exact amount. And today, the African richest man. In conclusion, the magical mindset sees the privilege of holding a position of responsibility as an opportunity for value addition, not to siphon money. This mindset sees opposition as signposts to destiny. The magical mindset is devoid of bitterness because you cannot be bitter and be better. The same magical mindset is devoid of hatred, envy, strife, nepotism, religious extremism. The magical mindset is not boastful or arrogant. It is not jealous or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. It never gives up, never loses faith. It is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Ladies and gentlemen, sirs and men, small minds discuss people. Extraordinary minds discuss ideas. Yes. I say opposition are signposts to destiny. When you mind your opposition, sometimes you will lose your position. So if you don't want to lose your position, just gather all those negative things they call opposition. It's just like in the film industry. The script writer has written the script. Sometimes you will think the actor will not make it. You will be afraid. Those who oppose you are part of the character you need to make you accomplish that glorious end. Our brains are meant for this. To make your brain work, it will sweat first, then it will bring you sweet. Ask the person sitting next to you, what kind of mindset do you have? As I go to sit, let me leave you with this verse. Everything about your career, decision or indecision, is as permitted by you via the use of your mind. If you are fraudulent and disappoint destiny, it's your fault. If you are transparent and fulfill destiny, it's your fault. So you should choose which fault you want to commit